HBT, welcome to Sorry We're Canceled. This is Deion Sanders. I'm sorry, Deion.
Prime time.
Prime time. Where my toes? No.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Sorry We're Canceled. I am Deion Curry. That's Malik on the ones and twos.
And boy, do we have some stuff to talk about. Man,
since the last time we got together.
the last time, what?
Some dominoes have fallen.
I know, Lil Wayne got dissed at home. I mean, they chose Kendrick over Lil Wayne at the Super Bowl.
Not like us, not like us, not like us.
That was wrong, man. I mean,
was it?
Yes.
Who cares?
But okay, listen, I was going to say the Super Bowl don't give a shit about homeboys, but if you think about it, when they did it one in L.A., they got all the L.A. rappers.
They've performed in New Orleans like 9 times. The Super Bowl's been in New Orleans like 9 times. You've had plenty
Just
of time.
9 times? I think it was more than...
It's probably more than that.
Malik, you ain't doing shit. Look it up.
So
it has to be.
They've had plenty of opportunity to put Lil Wayne.
But they didn't. But that was when the Super Bowl was corny. Before they started, seriously, before they
How
embraced
long
black
has
people.
the Super Bowl been corny?
But before they started letting us in, because it was like, hey, this is...
Us was the first one to do it. Michael Jackson was the first.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, though.
Okay,
10 times.
10 times. Close. Good for you, bro.
There you go.
But you know how it was. And then all of a sudden, I think they bought Michael Jackson because of In Living Color. Because remember, the Super Bowl was happening, there people like, I don't give a shit. And then In Living Color did that live show, and that's when they go, fuck this, we need all the money. And then the next one, they go, top this. And they had Michael Jackson. And then that's when they started becoming, by the way, what do you think the best Super Bowl halftime show was? You think it was? Top of the head.
Michael Jackson. If you telling me, if you're telling me I could get a Super Bowl ticket and a Michael Jackson concert all in one, are you fucking kidding me? It doesn't get any better than that. You know how expensive Michael Jackson concert tickets were, and then you get to go to the Super Bowl on top of that, dude. That's the biggest fucking deal of all time. I don't really remember much. I don't ever watch the Super Bowl halftime show because
it's garbage.
Like the Rihanna one was stupid.
She was pregnant.
She was being chased by a bunch of fucking sperm cells. She looked like a...
She got caught by the sperm cells.
Exactly.
She was pregnant.
It just didn't make any... to me, I'm like, they try to add so much art into it. It's like, bro, 15 minutes, roast who's losing, roast everybody who lost in the fucking... And in the regular season... Roast the MVP and the offensive rookie in the year and should have drafted. It should just be a comic doing 15 minutes of shitting on the NFL and everybody who's losing at that point in time.
If there's going to be a comic that does, if ever there's a comic, it would be either Kevin Hart.
I thought it would be Kevin Hart.
I thought it'd be Kevin Hart.
I figured he'd have done it.
Or Jerry Seinfeld, but definitely Kevin Hart.
Seinfeld.
I love Jerry Seinfeld.
He and football do not go together.
But you say Michael Jackson, I'm going to say Prince.
I didn't really watch that one.
And don't forget Bruce Springsteen.
They got mad at Justin Timberlake for doing like a tribute to Prince when he did it.
Because they did it in Minneapolis and they didn't invite Prince. That's another diss. Prince up there going, really? How y'all gonna be like this?
Prince was dead.
Oh, I thought he was alive. It was funny if his ghost was there. Well, no, didn't they have a? I thought they had a. What do you call it?
He did do a Super Bowl.
No, but it was
but the one in Minnesota, I think.
I know. What do they call it? The
hologram.
Hologram. Didn't they have a hologram of it? You know what I'm trying to say? A thing like this with used cars and shit. No, but wasn't it a hologram?
They did do a hologram.
Okay.
Because Prince was dead at that point.
Okay.
So you can't really have him in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But he was alive when they had it there. When the Buffalo Bills got beat by Dallas that year, and it was in Minneapolis. I thought they had Prince, but that was when they should have had Prince
Super Bowl in
yes, they did.
Minneapolis.
Yes, they did.
Buffalo against the Cowboys.
Yes, look it up, Malik.
Did they?
Yes, Malik. It was Malik. It was Dallas versus Buffalo Bills. Look it up, Malik.
That was in 96,
4, 5?
94. It was either 93 or 94.
Yeah, 94, because they were back to back and went like this. I think it was in Minneapolis, but I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they ever had the Super Bowl in Minneapolis.
1994.
It was in Minneapolis?
Let me look up the location.
I know they played them.
It was Minneapolis. I guarantee it was Minneapolis.
I'd be shocked.
Was it Minneapolis?
Minneapolis.
1 second.
Okay. I guarantee it is. Malik does his thing, man. Once he gets off the phone.
It was in Georgia.
Georgia.
There's no way.
Atlanta. Okay, who played the one in Minneapolis? I think maybe it was the
Redskins. There's only been one in Minneapolis.
No, it's 2 Super Bowls. At least 2. At least 2. It's been at least 2 Super Bowls.
In the modern era?
Yes, at least 2.
I don't know about about that. You could be right.
Super Bowl's in Minneapolis. Malik, we're waiting.
1 second.
It
was in 2017.
As I told you.
No, before 2017.
Only been there. They've only been there one time.
It's been two.
No, it
It's
hasn't.
been two.
Dude, you know how small Minnesota is?
But it's a Super Bowl, and they had a dome. Who was there, Malik?
I think it was only been one so far.
Fine, let's say Google. How many Super Bowls has been in Minneapolis?
Yeah, it says just one.
Yeah, I know, just one.
All right, man.
They've never gone to Minnesota. It's either Miami, Arizona, Tampa,
Rose Bowl in Pasadena.
Wait, there was two. There was one in the 1991 season.
Told you.
91.
Who played?
Yeah, that was
Washington
Washington and Buffalo.
Washington Redskins in Buffalo?
Uh-huh.
Is that who it was, Malik?
1 second.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ.
1990, 91, 92, 90. No, it was. They played the Giants.
The Giants
Buffalo
were in
played the Giants,
Florida.
the Redskins, the Cowboys. Who was the fourth team they played in the Super Bowl?
Who? The Skins or the
Buffalo.
Bills? Giants, Cowboys, Washington?
They played Washington
Wait, the 91 Super Bowl was against the Giants and the Bills.
Where?
in Minnesota.
But it was not in Minnesota, it was in Tampa.
Yeah, I knew that. So who played in one in
I'm
Minneapolis?
telling you, there's only been one Super Bowl in Minneapolis.
It's two.
bro.
It's two. God damn it. We have to wait on Malik. I'm on.
See,
I'm
this
on
is
Google
so bad podcasting. While he's doing that, make sure you go to buymeacoffee.com/sorry.
So we can get a better Google machine than Malik.
Can you please
What? I was quick.
not interrupt the fucking
sorry,
promo?
I'm sorry, bro.
God,
Okay, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't even want to do it anymore. Go to buymeacoffee.com/sorry.
Please.
Become a
We got
Cancel
white-
Crew member.
We got white shirts now.
We have white shirts now, as opposed to just black shirts.
Yeah.
So if you want to rock the white shirt, head on to buymeacoffee.com/sorry cancel. Pick up a cancel. Blah, blah, blah. See, you done fucked my head up. I'm so mad at you right now.
I'm the one we're not even Googling. He's the one that's not even Googling, right?
Well, Google it. You pull. You.
I pulled up, I was just waiting for you to finish the drop. But 1992 was in Minnesota, and it was the Redskins versus the Bills.
That's it. Redskins versus Bills, 92 minutes. So there's been two Super Bowls in Minneapolis. I'm right. Anyway, welcome to Sorry for Cancel. I'm BT, and I'm always right.
Bullshit.
So anyway, yeah, so Prince should have done the 92 one, at least. But they skipped him.
I think he was an artist at that point, wasn't he?
The artist, he still could have said the artist formerly known as Prince, and he would have came out,
That's crazy that you know why he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if he would have got in trouble like Diddy did, then they would have said the artist formerly known as, AKA Prince, AKA Prince Rogers Nelson. Seriously, that's how they did. I think that when the government did that with P. Diddy, I think they were covering their tracks. Because he could have said, look, P. Diddy did that. I'm Sean Combs. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that'll work.
No, listen. Okay, it's like that dude that was on death row. Remember? And he was doing life. Okay? And he technically died, but he came back and he goes, I should be free. He goes, you gave me a life sentence.
His heartbeat did stop.
So, yeah, it's hard. He technically died. So, in a way, he was right. So,
yeah, but Sean Combs and Puff Daddy, you kill Sean Combs, Puff Daddy come back to life, Sean Combs still there.
hey,
He's fucked.
you know it's bad when your lawyer goes, listen, he's not a perfect man. He's an imperfect man. But, I mean, when your lawyer starts off, hey, he's an imperfect man. But, I mean...
That's one of them cases where you're like, nah, I don't want that one.
Even Trump's lawyer's like, hey, man, I don't think you're going to make this one. No.
You know what, with who?
Okay,
1,000 bottles?
1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. I mean, even porn sets are like, whoa. I mean, that's a lot.
You're not supposed to keep the evidence
At your house.
crib. You can have one or two bottles.
Did you see that party he was throwing? And he kind of condemned himself in that big ass bed in the backyard.
Uh-huh.
I mean, dude.
You knew what you was getting into.
Now, if you go back before he got indicted, look at all those pictures of who was with him, and you can start putting one and one together. You go, oh man.
All the more reason why. You know how many people resigned yesterday?
No.
Lots of fucking.
Please tell me.
people.
Please tell me.
So Les Miles, the head of
CBS?
not CBS. Is that the guy?
Les Miles, the head of
It's Les something. He's the head of the Atlantic Recording Group. Not the CBS guy.
Okay.
But he's the head of. He retired. Said, I'm here. I'm gonna focus on getting Kamala in the White House.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then who else resigned?
Adrian Wojnarowski resigned.
Why would he resign?
That's a very good question. He just out of the blue.
On the
hey,
same
y'all,
day. On the same day.
The next day.
The next day.
He came out. Hey y'all, I'm done. I'm gonna go be the GM at St. Bonaventure. Thanks for all the opportunities and people that. I'm like, what?
There's a sex thing?
You just 4 days ago you were reporting on basketball news. Now you're telling me you're done forever?
Imagine being a sex tape with Roger Haskins in it. Like, ugh.
I'm just
He's
saying.
fucking LeBron. Oh. Okay.
There's some allegedly.
Allegedly fucking LeBron. Who else? Who else resigned?
Just a bunch of other people you would know their names if I told you. Just
You gotta be like
they're
that about it.
lawyers, they're doctors. A
Damn.
bunch of people who were on the boards of stuff like
Who are running with Puff?
I need to go
Kill myself.
check on my family real quick. How?
Hey, I need to go kill myself real quick. I mean, dude, if you've been doing dirt, I mean, honestly, and granted, I'm an imperfect person also, duh. But, I mean, that's just
Aren't we all?
normal shit. I mean, just normal shit like, just normal shit. Not like creepy shit. But when you do stuff that you know is wrong, whatever, and then you find out that somebody recorded
When you got
it,
a video and every
and then you get phone calls like, hey, if you do blah, 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 I'm going to leak this out to the world. You go, really? And then just when you go, honey, we got to talk.
yeah, see, but this is the thing. This is allegedly how he set up his blackmail. So he would get people who are already fucking at risk, as far as like, yo, I need this. This is the only way I'm gonna make it out. So he never put on anybody who he couldn't control, right? Somebody who was independently, yo, I don't need none of this shit. It was always people who like, I need Bad Boy, I need Diddy. And so he had already got these people's minds fucked up. Then you add in the parties and the drugs and the sexual blackmail.
It didn't come out that, what's her name, Nicki Minaj, her and her dude, didn't they drug dudes and take their stuff?
Oh, that's T.I.
No, it was Nicki Minaj. I saw it was Nicki Minaj. She did something.
So Cardi B allegedly was drugging, when she was a stripper, she would drug men and rob
Okay, it's
them.
Cardi B then. I get them mixed up. They're all hoes, so I get them mixed up. I'm serious. I mean, I get Cardi B and Nicki. To me, they're all the same. So, okay.
Jesus.
I do. I mean, I don't listen.
If she was standing right here, would you say that? You all the same?
If she's standing right here, she is really falling off. I mean, god damn. If she's standing here, she's falling off, and I am out of my mind. Cause I would not call her. If I had the money for a call girl and she was, no, I wouldn't call her. Would you? Let's just say she was available.
Who, Cardi B?
Whichever one of them two.
No, I'm not attracted to either.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly. I'm not attracted to either of them. I mean, no, it's just like.
That is the attitude. They're physically they're attractive, but
No,
it's
not even
everything
physically.
behind that.
But I can't get into them physically either. So it's like, I mean, I hate to be a hater, but I just don't. I mean,
I hate to be a hater, but let me hate.
You know what? Personally, I think about this. It's a double-edged sword. It's like, I feel like. Listen, I know he did wrong, but
Oh my God! What are you about to do?
Listen.
Please be clear.
I'm trying to be clear and concise.
Okay.
I
I know what he did is wrong.
but it's like I feel like do we have any black heroes at all anymore? I mean, if you could pick one.
Why would Diddy ever be your hero?
I mean, he'd be kids. I mean, think about it. Kids. He's a lavish, big producer. He produced Biggie, and then later on in life, he's a millionaire.
murdered him,
He's
allegedly.
flashy. Yeah, he's flashy, whatever. Think about it, man. If you're poor, you grow up and you listen to music and you see Diddy, you're gonna be like, I mean, seriously, you're gonna be like,
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this up. We glorify gangster shit until gangster shit shows up at our doorstep. That's why I don't understand.
thank you, thank you. But maybe though,
Y'all made this nigga into who he is, and then you mad at him for being that?
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. 100%. We who? I think we play a large part.
The American people are responsible for the situation that they're in.
Yeah, you're responsible for the situation you're in.
No, us as a collective, as a group.
Yeah.
American culture. It looks the way it looks because of us.
Yes.
It's a response. American culture is a response.
But
all the black music, all the black creatives is a response to what? Suppression of who we are, what we know, where we come from. So we just created ourselves. This is who I am.
But maybe we want more, but it's being released, but on a lower level. I mean, there's underground rap, there's underground hip hop that hits, but don't hit big. There's underground hip hop
Right,
artists.
because if I can monetize on your culture, I bought it from you.
Okay,
So you got Eazy-E, right? They was making records, but then Jerry Heller showed up. Hey, I can get you on a bigger scale. All you got to do is give me this. All right, bet, because I want to reach a wider audience. Not knowing this motherfucker's friends with each and every person he's about to hook you up with, and they all gonna get a piece of your pie. So instead of having a black dude who was like, yo, fuck that, I'm the lawyer, I'm the distributor, which we never had, you got to go to them. And they know the game.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And Ice Cube called it out on No Vaseline. And then what they did, they extracted the part when he goes, I'm not going to let a Jew break up my crew. They go, okay, we got him on this. He tried to, and that was when Ice Cube was with the Nation, and...
Anything you say against the Jays is anti-Semitism. You can't say Jack. They throttle the content that has those keywords into it, so people don't see it. It gets suppressed.
It's like if you say I don't support Israel in this war against
if you
Pakistan,
say free Palestine, you'll get a ding.
Yeah, you say free Palestine, yeah, you're anti-Semitic. But I can separate the Jewish people and Israel. To me, that's two separate entities. For me personally, like I can have American Jewish friends, or even Jewish friends that are from Israel.
Of course.
Yeah. And like I said, I think
there's a huge difference between a Zionist and a Jew.
Yeah, a person of Jewish faith. It sounds like
because
a slur.
There's a Jew person and there's a Jew religion.
I know, but it just sounds so like But you're right. But it just sounds like and a Jew. He's like, oh, okay,
a Jew.
I know. That's why sometimes I like all my shit European, because it don't sound as racist, Like when, no, seriously, we're going to do an F1 crash, and he's from Mexico, you go, the Mexican was going to win today. But it doesn't sound racist where American racist. For some reason, America says like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That dude's about to be fired.
Because they don't have Mexicans in Europe? Is that what you're saying?
He's about to be fired. Well, when Europeans say something, whatever, in race, it's like, if that was in America, that dude probably get canceled, he'd be in trouble, but because it's a little different over there, then he's not. So
you would know
you're right. No, listen, you're right. You're right how you say it. That's how you describe it. But I think it's that initial. It's like if somebody white says something about somebody black and they're right, and they might, instead of going African American, they say black. At first, at least for me, I go that first little, and then I go, okay, you're right. But it's a little.
Give me an example.
If somebody say an older white dude said, well, you know what black people need to do, and you go, the fuck you mean? But if he's right, then you're first gonna be apprehensive, like, and then you go, okay, you're right. But I think we're all kind of like ready to pounce on him for saying something. But if he's right in what he's saying, then you go, because you listen to intent. I listen to intent.
Okay.
Intent's like, if he goes, well, you know what black people need to do? They need to, get their own, money together. And you go,
they did that, and then y'all came and stole it. Keep telling black people what they need to do.
No. And more than stole it. When they start doing well, they do like...
You murdered them. You took their
Black
money.
Tulsa. Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
But Black Wall Street wasn't the only one. It was the one
There were a bunch of them, man.
Rosewood.
You put a lake over one of them.
One of them.
You built Central Park over another one.
Seneca Village.
Here in Indy, there's a fucking highway that was a all black neighborhood. It's a highway now. So any place where it used to be black people, there's mostly roads or a park or, they came over and burned it down and took it over. That's what happens when
black people start getting successful.
You know why? Because black people who have their own shit can tell white people to kiss their ass, and white people don't like that.
And they're resourceful. And when you don't need them. Because we were doing well when it was separate, supposedly but equal. black people found a way. And there were a lot of people making a lot of money because they had their own bus services.
They never wanted equal. They wanted separate.
They wanted separate, but they
never wanted equal.
Well, that's it's also I don't know if it's it's not myth, but I don't remember, what do you call that? I don't know if it's a fact, but that's what they say, like...
A theory?
Where black people couldn't have white walls, they had to turn them inside out because it made white people look bad back in the day, because they really wanted Cadillacs. Seriously, because that was a symbol of wealth and everything, and so, and white people are like, okay, you can't have the white walls out because it's going to...
There was a time they didn't let us eat... Vanilla ice cream.
Okay, you know about that, right? Vanilla ice cream?
I know you heard about that black dude who allegedly hung himself, the trucker.
Yes.
Was it North Carolina?
Yeah. Yes.
He went to Walmart, and then an hour later he
went to Walmart
from a tree.
Bought some rope.
He hung himself. No need to see his body. What?
Yeah,
He ain't called nobody. He just hung himself.
On the work. You know what? I'm gonna go down.
He didn't even get off work. He was like,
he didn't get paid yet.
Yeah.
You would think a regular dude would say, I'm gonna kill myself, but first, strip club. You would think he would do something to, you know what? I'm gonna go. Seriously, and it was in the middle of the day too, wasn't it? Like a daytime.
I was driving down here, and there was a guy in a Zion Cube.
Yeah.
Them ugly ass cars. He was he looked like he was ready to murder somebody. He just had this mean fucking look on his face when he pulled up next to me at the light. He looked over and he went, was like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
Did you go, what's up, bro?
So then he speeds off, and I was like, what is this guy? He pulled into dancers. I'm like, oh, he needs some titties in his life. He's going through some things.
That's
why you're so angry. So
that's why we need strip clubs in his life. That's why we need sex workers.
this man needs to go blow off.
No, that's why we need sex workers, man. Sex workers are the underrated of society. They really are. I mean, think about it. Every stripper put away gangsters, cops, drug dealers. I mean, every stripper. I mean, the best stripper.
I mean, if you want to get all the information that's to be found, those are the people you talk to.
You talk to the people in that underbelly. Man, I ain't gonna lie, my life flashed in front of me just now because you put your leg out.
You thought I was gonna hit you.
And I went, you know.
I was not gonna hit your toe.
Man, you know, I mean,
I know, but trust me, it
wasn't gonna be on purpose.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I mean, duh, you mean like that.
And trust me, I know the pain that would cause you, and that's the last thing I want to do.
The funniest shit, sidebar, when I was in PT today, it's a little box I had to do stuff on, like stand on this leg, the good leg on a box, and put this leg on a scale, a little floor scale, see how much pressure I could put down. Well, when that was over, he pushed it aside and he pulled this back, but it hit this toe.
Oh.
And I was like this. He goes, I'm so sorry. And the girl who normally works me out, her name is Vanessa, and she's messed the toe before. And I go, whoa, like this. I go, you almost hit my toe. And she just goes, yeah, he'll hit you for that. She goes, he'll punch you for that. She said it. We said it like she's serious. She goes, he'll punch you for that. That was the time I went, Vanessa, and I went like this. I almost said, bitch, my toe. I almost said that. I was this close. That's how painful this toe is. I almost said, bitch, my toe. And this place was full of people rehabbing, and they're all like in their 70s, white people. It's everybody, like young girl. It was a young girl, like she's like in middle school. This kid that plays high school football from Cascade. And I was trying to watch myself, but I almost said, bitch, my toe. That's how much this shit hurts. Yeah. So, but anyway, back to Buffy. We went, meow.
He's royally fucked. His kids are fucked. They took their passports.
He took the kids' passports?
Yeah, they can't leave. Because they were in on it too. This is the thing. It's like, people think that it was just him. No, this guy
it's an enterprise.
There's a reason why they're going to get him on RICO charges.
I said LLC.
And it's like, man, this guy, he had managers of his drugs and his,
and he had guns.
His search people to go out and find girls and guys to have,
Which I wonder if the Mann Act is one of the things he violated, one of the laws he violated.
Yeah. Every time he flew somebody out,
So he's basically the Black Epstein.
He's fucked, man. He's royally fucked.
He's the Black Jeff Epstein. He really is.
Even if he flips, he's not gonna get him.
The difference between him and Epstein is Epstein was messing with kids.
No, the difference is Epstein didn't have a record
have
contract.
underage girls at his parties?
I've never heard that.
Well, when he picked me up, damn.
There's underage people in the lawsuits.
I didn't see that part.
He just didn't have a record contract. I mean, he's not talented like Puff. But I'm gonna tell you right now, for future
the difference between
for future episodes, Puff Daddy didn't kill himself.
That is true. He did not kill himself.
Yeah.
But the difference between Epstein and Diddy, I think, is that he was in control of it, whereas Diddy's just a player.
Listen. Okay, you know how you can say the record company's this, and then you're doing everything evil as a record company as a front. Okay, It got to the point that was the business making the money, and the record company was like secondary. Matter of fact, what artist has he produced since 2009 or 10? I mean, after Biggie died, who did he have? Nothing. Okay, he was in business doing
he's had a lot of
tequila
people.
and all that shit, but. His freak off LLC was the shit that was making him money.
It was a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, it was racketeering.
They were washing drug money. That's all they were doing. That's what the music industry's been doing for years.
And he had illegal guns too. They didn't mention that with the serial number scratched off.
Because he
bought it from here.
Remember the rapper Shine?
Yeah, Shine. It was so bad for Shine. He changed religions and everything.
He got deported.
Where was he from? Jamaica, wasn't he?
Nah, Belize, I think.
I think he was from Jamaica. No. Malik, you ain't doing shit. Look it up. Look up Shine, the rapper Shine. Because he had that great song that sounded like Biggie.
Shyne.
Yeah, thanks. But that one song.
How do you spell it again?
Shyne. But the great thing about that song was, it was a one-hit wonder with that one hit.
He's from Belize.
Told you.
Okay, man. Okay. I'm glad
Mr.
you-
Minnesota.
So, hey, we're 1-1.
One and one. You got that right.
And here it is. We actually got that shit before Malik, and he uses. But yeah, man. But okay.
So, but this is the thing. J-Lo was there. She knew about it. This goes back to the early 2000s.
And you know what they say? Like again, we don't know if it's real. Speculation. Allegedly, the FBI showed Ben Affleck like a video with J-Lo participating in all that freak shit, and they go, "This is your girl." And he was like, and that's why he broke up with her. I mean, granted, I'm sure she wasn't a day at the beach either, but still, I'm sure he was like, "So you fucked everybody?" I mean, she's like, "Well, I mean, Puffy
he got
wanted
close to that dude. I'm just saying.
Dude, we all
The
know.
people that he was closest with knew about what he was doing. If you ever went to one of those parties, you knew what was going on.
You know,
and he's been doing that for over 20 years.
I don't want to put his name out there, but man, I just think poor Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I mean,
he got to Usher when he was a kid. He got to Bieber when he was a kid.
I mean, now, I look back on stuff. I look back on stuff now. Before the P. Diddy allegations were even there, you know, they show videos of like people just coming on to Justin Bieber. Like he was at the MTV Awards years ago, and like was it Kirstie Alley? Some chick just fucking kissed him.
Was it Pink? Wasn't it Pink?
Somebody just fucking kissed him for no reason, and then what that dude had the talk show, the English dude who they did the singing in the car. He was like, "Oh, you
James
smell."
Corden?
Yeah, he's like, "You smell so good." Got in his face. I was like, it was so uncomfortable to watch. I was like, poor kid. I mean, you know, it's hard to say poor kid, but man, the way they use you in that business.
So I just think it's funny how everybody was like, "Oh, Michael Jackson did all this, blah 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 blah," but you come to find out, it's like, no, he didn't do none of that shit. The FBI have been watching Michael Jackson for 12 years. Not a fucking thing.
Yes, exactly. So clear his name. But that's my thing. That's my thing. I think they go after black heroes. Now, if you did shit, yeah, they got you. But who know? I mean, with Puff, it's gonna be hard to say, the government did him. The black people love me. I mean, he did it on his own doing. But I just think they go after the black superstars or black heroes.
What did Cat Williams say? You gotta tell him no. You gotta tell him no.
So look at all the black superstars that went down. The only one that I can think of now whose reputation has been pretty much pristine, Denzel. In fact, on top of the head.
But see, this is when you say pristine. I mean, if you knew about it and didn't say nothing, aren't you just as culpable? Just because you didn't go to the party, but you knew what was going on at the parties. You heard stories. You ain't never say nothing. Y'all just let the freak offs pop off.
But if you also knew what that encompassed, because he's got security people, and he's tried to. I heard he tried to blow up Kid Cudi, his car.
Man, he allegedly he held Wale over a balcony, threatened to drop him on. You know what I mean? But this is what I'm saying. If y'all knew all this shit was going down, the second you are out of that situation, you gotta be like, yo, somebody need to come get this.
Well, but then you gotta worry about somebody snitching on you. If you think, man, this is bad, let me call somebody.
You already in it.
And you go to the FBI, or no, let's just say you go there and then you see what's going on. And you go, oh shit, I'm out of here. Okay, dude, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters? All right,
There's something strange going on into this house.
They got 1,000 bottles of lubricant.
Who you gonna call?
Nutbusters. No, but it's like this though, man.
It can't stop, won't stop.
Take that. But listen, I'm not gonna, if I see some bad stuff going on, and I know bad stuff going on, like, who do you turn to? Because think about it. The LAPD, when they're bad people.
That party, you go on Instagram Live, Facebook
You
Live.
crazy.
And you go, yo, right now I just left X, Y, and Z's house and they are doing some shit they shouldn't be doing.
You're done.
Y'all need to go pull up on that. And if they kill you, boom, there's the evidence. Why are you dead all of a sudden?
You just say that?
I'm just saying.
You go Instagram Live, hey, I just got back from Puffy's house. Man, everybody's fucking everybody. I just got back. This shit is wild. Man, by the morning time your throat is slit. There is a mafia. There's a Hollywood mafia
I'm not saying there
that will
isn't,
come after you and kill you.
What I'm saying is it's your responsibility to expose that, bro.
Every organization has that. There's nobody you can trust. Think about it. That cop in the LAPD was like, hey man, these cops are
I'm saying.
These cops are raping people. And then
they set him on fire on live.
No. Then they broke his neck. Remember that? In a training exercise, they broke his neck. He was going to tell all these cops because they were raping women and doing all this bad stuff. He goes, shit, I better tell somebody. And they go, yeah, good job. Hey, by the way, get in that training exercise. And they broke his neck. Oops. There's another dude, he was going to tell on the LAPD. He had to go downtown to the main office. He ended up dead. He just passed out, ended up dead in the main office at the LAPD.
That's why you go on Facebook. They can't look. They gonna kill you in broad daylight?
Yes.
Okay, so once they do, it's somebody has to step up.
I like living.
Okay.
Fuck it. Hey, I'm gonna be like, listen, man. I'm not telling nobody, but I will say this.
Okay, then. So how to
be anonymous? Anonymous? Be
anonymous.
Go to Best Buy, get some burner phones, and call into a new.
They take your phones. I saw a video on today.
Well, no, I mean after you see what's going on, you go, oh shit, and then go get a burner phone, and then you call somebody.
They gonna let you leave and come back?
No, you see what's going on, you go, hey man, I gotta go. My mama just called me, and then you leave.
How? You don't have your phone. That's what I'm saying. They take your phone before the party starts.
What I'm saying is, okay, but you leave the party. You go, you know what, this ain't for me, dude, I'm out. And you leave the party. Okay, the next day or whatever, ain't no party gonna start early, and like 4 o'clock, what is it like?
His parties lasted for days.
Okay, so you go, and
that's why they had 1,000 bottles of fucking baby oil.
That's a lot of,
way too much.
Can you imagine being a cleanup crew on that one? Man, it smells like ass in here. So anyway, you go and get a burner phone the next morning or whenever, get a burner phone and you call a number that you know, like maybe it's a tabloid reporter or whatever. And you say, listen, I can't tell you who I am, but I know for a fact this is what's happening. You can't expose yourself. You're going to be dead. It ain't worth dying for, bro.
So you're just going to get somebody else killed for you?
You just go, hey, look, man. And listen, I'm not going to say names, but I remember.
They can't report that.
Listen, there's a comedian friend of mine. He's going to hang out with this other comedian who's kind of a famous dude, okay? And he goes, hey, man, I'm going to invite you to this party tonight, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably going to be some drugs, probably going to be some gay shit. And my friend goes, oh, okay, I'm good. And he didn't go. But he warned it in advance. So if you go to a party, you see some shit, you go.
You think P. Diddy's going to warn you, hey, while you're here, I'm going to be in your butt, and I'm going to be on camera, and I'm going to drug you. You think he's going to tell people that? Nah, but people knew it happened. Jaguar Wright seemed to be talking a whole lot of shit, and nobody.
Now,
she been talking for 20 years.
To be honest, I didn't know who Jaguar Wright was.
I didn't either. I had never heard these stories until Cat Williams sat down on Club Shay Shay and then the fucking dam broke.
Cat Williams, if you think about it, Cat Williams was the straw that broke the camel's back. He exposed
He told you what was going to happen, and look what's happening.
And you know what? Man,
because he knew, and that's my point. It's like they can't kill Cat. You can't kill Cat Williams.
Well, they can kill anybody. If they can try to, if they can try to shoot the former president, they can kill anybody.
Did they? Did they really try to shoot the former president? They got a guy with up and down syndrome to shoot the president.
Up and down syndrome.
Yeah, that alleged shooter, Mr. Crooks, who had a cleft palate and like fetal alcohol syndrome as a grown man. He tried to shoot the president in broad daylight on a roof where other people saw him. You're telling me that was the first assassination attempt. Then the second assassination attempt was some guy behind a fence with an old ass fucking rifle.
A Civil War rifle.
Get the fuck out, man! I'm tired of hearing.
It was
this
a musket. He was doing this. How do you miss that big waterhead son of a bitch? But anyway, regardless,
regardless, I think if you wanted Trump dead, you don't need to
if you want anybody dead, anybody can get got. Granted, it might be harder than anybody else, but here's the thing. Listen, it's like when Kennedy got shot. Everybody said, okay, the CIA did it, and then Michael Francione, a mobster, he goes, I think the people from the mob did it, and the reason they don't want to give him credit for it, he goes, because they didn't want the public knowing, the government didn't want the public knowing that the highest, most powerful, powerful seat in the world that can be got by a mobster. I mean, because, at the time, mobsters were fucking, cleaning up. They were running everything. So they didn't want the general public knowing that they could get got by the mob. As a president.
Come on. In
the 60s.
You think the mob can't get, when would you ever think the mob couldn't get somebody?
And, okay, think about it. I mean, if you're the president, you're thinking, even though it was in the 60s, and no bad shit's happened to a president in the 60s. I mean, but previous to... Listen. Previous to Kennedy, in 67, he got assassinated, or 66? When did he get assassinated? John F. Kennedy.
I thought he died in 63.
No.
64. It was 64.
I thought it was 66. Malik.
Looking it up.
Please.
1963.
Yeah,
okay. So think about it. Before
King
that,
got killed in 68.
Yeah, the year I was born. So look, think about it. 63. You got to think of how the world was back then. Mm-hmm. Basically, we didn't have anything bad shit going on. I mean, back then to them it was like, oh God, blacks want to be with us,
Bay of Pigs.
Blacks want to play baseball with us. Oh God. So I mean, honestly, but to us, there wasn't no assassination. When's the last president that got assassinated before Kennedy? So you're not thinking that. You're not thinking a president's going to get assassinated back in the 60s when everything was like, you know.
I mean, you should have been if you'd have been paying attention.
But that's not the point, though. The point is, back in those days, in the 60s, when all had them buzz-ass haircuts and they weren't even cops.
He wasn't the first president to get assassinated. So presidential assassination should have always been on people's radar. But fucking Lincoln got shot at the movies.
But that was Lincoln. That was in the 1800s.
Okay, so if you telling me if they can shoot one president, you think they're not gonna shoot another one?
Let's bring it down. That's in the 1800s. This is the 60s at the time with the modern era. So you're not gonna think
there's precedent, BT. You can't erase precedent. That's what I'm saying.
But they're gonna listen. But my thinking is this: who after Lincoln, who got assassinated before Lincoln? I mean, between Lincoln and Kennedy.
Didn't they try to get Grover Cleveland? They tried to get somebody else.
Ain't nobody get fucked by no Grover Cleveland. But the thing is, you weren't thinking that. It was a different world. So after Kennedy got assassinated, then that's when the world changed then. We were like,
you know why?
Whoa.
Because the people who killed Kennedy took control. Kennedy was literally the last bastion of true American freedom, where we're like, yo, these corporate fascists, these criminals, this new world order, if you will. When they got Kennedy, they took control of everything.
So do you think
Hoover was compromised, head of the CIA? He was compromised.
How was Hoover compromised?
Because of those freak-off parties.
Oh yeah, you know what?
At that hotel.
You know what they said about
They got all of y'all.
They said Hoover might have been part black, along with Babe Ruth.
I don't care one way or the other.
I do. I want to know if Hoover was black. In fact,
if he was the worst nigga of all time. Of all time. The worst nigga of all time.
Even worse than Jason Whitlock?
Yes. Because
we're doing the Hoover.
Hoover was in control.
Hey, we're doing the Hoover. We're doing the Whitlock, we're doing the Hoover.
Whitlock's just a fat piece of shit who likes to talk shit. And I hope people pay attention to him. Fuck you, Jason Whitlock. For real. Fuck you.
But, okay, so Hoover was black. Babe Ruth was black.
No, he wasn't. Stop saying that.
That was the rumor, that Hoover was black.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, allegedly. And allegedly Babe Ruth was black.
I don't think you gotta say allegedly to somebody being black. Being black's not a crime.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It could be construed as defamation.
Oh, yes, it is, Malik.
Especially if Hoover is like,
hey, I'm going to use that next time I get pulled over. Hey, man, being black is not a crime, officer. Ow. That's what Malik said.
Tyreek Hill.
Hold on. Malik, look it up. How many times can you get hit with a baton before you...
Drew, come get me. Drew, come get me. Come get me, Drew. Drew, Massa, help.
They hit me over the head. Drew, they hit me over the head. Somebody said in our comments, they go, can you imagine Tyreek as a cop and somebody trying to outrun the police? I thought that was great. We got the best friends.
So I just think we've seen presidents get touched before.
But not before 1963, is what I'm telling you.
Yes, before 1963, there was a president who got touched. 1965.
1960, you said...
18. What year did Lincoln get assassinated? 18. Was it 65? Yeah.
What, Kennedy got assassinated in 65?
63.
63. Okay, his brother was in 72, right? Robert was in 72.
Then they went and got Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King.
His brother was 68.
The Black Panther guy.
Huey B. Newton.
Yeah, they got him.
Hey, man.
The governor was like, you know what? Since we killing people, why don't we just get all these niggas up out of here?
Yeah, you know what? The 60s.
Then they brought in crack, which they got from who?
The Sandinista. From the government, CIA.
The CIA killed Kennedy.
But what I'm saying,
the CIA was partners with the mob. They were bootleggers.
But what I'm saying is, between the last president who got assassinated and Kennedy, we believed that they weren't going to get got.
You think the American people thought that?
Yes, we didn't think they were going to get got.
You're stupid then, and that just further proves my point of how dumb Americans are.
No,
you've got a history of people getting murdered in the office.
Not American heads of state. Not American.
Before Kennedy, last president was William McKinley in 1901.
1901. That was 62 years.
Okay, so it happens every 40 years. Nixon was the last one, or not Nixon, but Reagan. They just tried to kill president 40 years ago.
You're not.
It happens literally every 40 years.
Please.
Lincoln got murdered in 65. 1901, McKinley murdered. 60 years later,
1901 to 63.
Okay,
that's
so-
a whole different generation. So you're not thinking they're going to shoot the president.
why not? It's happened twice since.
No, when those people lined up in 1901, they didn't have cars in 1901. So when you see, hey, the president's coming, you're going to be like, everybody was happy. It was in Texas, and there was white people and black people together waving, the president. And then he gets his head blown off. The world went, especially Americans went, are you fucking...
They told him don't go to Dallas.
Texas. But it was horrific. Think about that. You've never seen shit like that before. That's why it was so shocking.
I'm not saying that it wasn't shocking. I'm saying you shouldn't be shocked that the president could get touched because it's happened twice before. That's what I'm saying.
But it wasn't the modern era.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Bro.
Now we would go, okay, yeah, because we're jaded now. We are. Because we've almost seen it all now. The only thing that would surprise us if we saw a laser beam hit a president, we go, oh shit, they doing that now?
It wouldn't surprise me.
If a laser beam, if all of a sudden Kamala Harris is doing the presidential thing.
I wouldn't be shocked. Bro,
yes,
how many more presidents? When are y'all gonna wake up?
If aliens came down,
I wouldn't be shocked.
Okay.
I sent the MIB.
I don't understand about, there shouldn't be anything shocking, especially in 2020.
They didn't have cable back in 63.
So
they had 3 channels.
What?
They had 3 channels.
So what? Everybody read the paper. Everybody read the paper.
On tour. They read the paper. They believed in shit. They believed in 1963, America believed in shit. They actually believed the bullshit. They believed the bullshit that was coming out of their mouth.
You think people don't believe in shit now? You think people don't believe that there are Haitian immigrants eating people's pets? There's no evidence, but they believe it.
But
what difference does it make?
There's been 3 Asian restaurants that opened up in that time, and it's really suspect. I'm just joking. But listen. But you're listening to me. It was a different time in America. But between 1901 and 1963.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm saying that America has a history of being stupid. That's what I'm saying. Because there's precedent before all these events have happened. Lincoln was the first one. So you should be on prime alert from here on out. And you telling me the Secret Service let this motherfucker stand up and go fight because of an assassination attempt? No, that's not what happened. So stop believing that bullshit narrative that the news is telling you. His ear has 0 damage. Nobody's trying to kill him. If you were trying to kill a 78-year-old fat white dude, would you go spot up on a building and just wait for him to... No. If you had that much free access to get him out of here, you'd have got him out of here.
I just hope...
I
hope we get a letter from the FBI to cease and desist. Because I think we're on to something here.
To me, I saw you. I'm not going
to... I just keep going,
I'm trying to get comfortable.
I'm focused in this conversation, but I'm not as focused as watching that foot hit my foot. Trust me.
Say something else, nigga.
Man, you doing that just made me go... damn, it ain't that serious, bro. Okay, you win.
I would never
win the argument. It ain't that serious.
I would never do
Touch my motherfucking toe.
Before you read the Am I the Asshole, make sure you go to buymeacoffee.com/sorry we're canceled. Become a Cancel Crew member for as little as $6. You get a bonus episode every month. Plus, you get the regular episodes early. We have t-shirts for sale, black and white now. With Sorry We're Canceled, our logo on them. Make sure you check that out. You get free shipping direct to your house. $25 is the cost of the shirt, so check that out. Please, and donate to the show if you want to see us grow and help us. You can tell your friends to donate. You can donate anonymously. We appreciate all our anonymous donors, even though we know who your email is. But thank you guys for all the support. Go ahead.
And We Believe in America and Priest 1963 shirt too. It's coming out, so you're gonna love it. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my morbidly obese patient that we need a team of people to roll her so that we don't hurt our backs? God damn. Hey, the truth, it hurts. I'm gonna tell you right now, no, but I'm gonna read it anyway. Hi. Med surgeon nurse here. I got a new patient last night. She is a 450-ish pound woman in her 30s. Yeah, that's the 400, 20 here, 20 there. 450-ish.
You ever take a gram?
Yeah. but But she's not big enough to be on 600-pound life.
Yeah. She's working her way to her TV debut.
In her 30s, damn, who just had a major surgery. She's also a body positivity influencer who wanted to record everyone to document her journey. We had to explain to her that in our state, she cannot record any hospital employees without their consent. And all of us are refusing consent because we do not want to be in her videos. Anywho, she... Anywho,
when
that's what it said.
Anywho, she might as well say a that bitch.
Yeah. Anywho, she needed to use the bedpan. Oh, this is gross already. She needed to use the bedpan. She could not lift her hips and her legs were too wide for me to wiggle the bedpan between them. Oh. Sounds like a Diddy story. I explained to her that she would have to roll on her side and I would place the bedpan under her and then she would roll back. Ugh. She tried to roll but couldn't do it. I told her, no big deal. I'll go find a few staff members. God damn. I would have to go find...
It takes a village.
a few staff members to help. And we will roll you. The only person who could help at the time was the CNA, who is pregnant. I explained to the patient that we just don't have enough staff free right now not to roll her. It's just me and the CNA. So we will have to wait a little bit for more people to be free. God damn. She huffed and asked why the two of us can't just roll her. I explained that I don't want either of us to hurt our backs, especially not my pregnant CNA, and that would be safer for us to wait for more people. Side note, this patient sucked at rolling herself. She was dead weight, putting in little to no effort. She was pissed at me saying that, and she wanted to speak to my charge nurse. She said I hurt her feelings. Duh. My charge nurse ended up being part of the team that helped me roll her. And while we were doing it, she basically scolded the patient and said that her feelings are not more important than us not getting injured. She still thinks I'm an asshole, and I happily offered her the phone number she can call to file a formal complaint. Those do literally nothing, by the way. Am I the asshole? No. And let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you said 450 pounds, I was like, it's not your fault.
Let me tell you something, man.
It's not your fault at all.
First of all, that, of all the things I went through,
450 pounds.
That's the most embarrassing and the worst part of this whole thing was I had to have a bedpan and I had to have a nurse come in, and I'll spare you the details. But that was the worst. I mean, seriously, that was the. I mean,
you just gotta apologize to him. I'm sorry.
I go, I'm so sorry. I mean, I serious, but because you don't want to go. The bad thing was like, I'm sorry, and they go, no, it's our job. And I was like, hey, Mr. Spot. I mean,
I can still smell myself.
Dude, it's the worst feeling in the world. But you know, I mean, you gotta do it. But I mean, no one had to roll me. And granted, we're all different. No one had to roll me, but still. You gotta realize how big you are. 450 pounds of dead weight.
Hey, I can be an asshole for hurting your fat fucking feelings. Just like you can be an asshole for not helping me roll over. The only difference is I'm not trying to be an asshole and you are literally 450 pounds of assholes.
Yeah.
Like you're just assholes stacked on top of each other.
And you're not even big enough to be on 600-pound life.
Like
so right now, you can't even be famous.
It's like you're not helping me. You're being a dick. You're being impatient because you have to pee. But you put yourself in this situation to document your journey.
Your journey. You ain't 600 pounds yet.
No one cares about your journey.
When you get 600 pounds, then you call us. When they're airlifting you out of your apartment, then you call us.
I don't.
But right now, you're just fat.
No, because if your journey starts with you being shitty to people who are trying to help you, fuck you and your
No,
journey.
they help you shit.
She's trying to help you.
I know. So people are trying to help you.
And you can't wait for her to get you. Oh, this lady. Whew, let me calm down.
No,
because the woman was pregnant and she was trying to help you.
Yeah,
and you don't have the decency to just not be dead weight.
She could have miscarried.
Come on, man. You could have lifted 100 of those 450 pounds. You could have lifted 10 of those 450 pounds, give or take a gram. You just gonna lay in the bed and huff and puff because man.
Then again, hey, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, you gonna get up, you gonna beat me up?
I'm not gonna do shit. I'm gonna let you sit in your own juices like you want to. Since your attitude's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's just as shitty as your ass is.
Fuck out, man. Here.
That was easy. That was easy.
Yeah, that to me.
That was easy.
This lady.
That was no.
I want to document.
How about you, Malik? Malik might come up with a different angle.
I agree with you guys.
No.
Thanks, Malik.
I'll see what other people are saying.
She ain't had no business getting an attitude with that woman who told you I'm physically incapable of moving.
She's
you
a
by
social
myself.
influencer at 450-ish.
Who's she influencing? Who's
600-pound live people.
Who's
If I could just
tuning
make it
into
down to
this
450. If I could just make it down to 450. How do you? I don't know.
How do you get that big?
I was gonna say that, but
Over time.
what if I get a thyroid condition all of a sudden? You know. Sorry, we are cancer.
It'll happen over time. You're just not gonna wake up 450 pounds gonna show
I
up.
hope not. I hope not. Look like Sherman. Oh, I'm gonna go take the life out of you.
I love that movie. Sherman gonna have relations. Sherman gonna have relations.
Let me tell you something. Now listen, I can still do it. I may be big, you know. So yeah, that was easy. That was easy having an asshole.
She's definitely an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Lose weight to help the nurse roll you over, and don't give her shit. She trust me. She wasn't trying to piss you off. She was trying to not hurt her back.
She was pregnant. The funniest part was
The other lady was pregnant.
Oh yeah, we had to get more staff. Moving away from more staff. That to me was funny without even trying to be funny.
I mean,
I had to go get
how many single individuals do you know who can roll 450 pounds by themselves?
Even Ronnie Coleman, who we're watching on the screen right now, couldn't do that.
I'm just saying.
And he was Mr. Olympia.
I don't know anybody who can roll 450 pounds by themselves. Not personally.
Even a strongman contest, be like, I can't do it.
I mean, it would be a struggle by yourself.
Wouldn't it be great if that was part of the strongman contest? You just have like 600-pound people and they got to get a bedpan underneath them. So you got to lift them up with one hand and put a bedpan underneath their asshole.
It's called cow flipping.
Yeah. And go, some dude with no neck. And he
You
goes,
remember the Atlas Stones? Well, now we have cow flipping.
Yeah, that's nasty.
You shouldn't need the world's strongest man to help you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And the fact that you think somebody else is
Get that tuck at operation, man. At that point, you know what I mean? Get that operation where you can make your stomach smaller or whatever.
Here's my thing. Okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question too, Malik. If I'm a dick to myself all the time, right? If I just talk shit about myself and I down myself all the time in front of y'all.
Don't do that,
And then
man.
the second you turn around and go, yeah, you're a piece of shit. And I go, hey, what the fuck? Am I an asshole for that?
Are you an asshole for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why?
We agree with you. And all of a sudden now you're in attitude. We agree with you. And we're just agreeing with you. We're agreeing with you. Yeah, you are.
Okay, but do you need to agree with me out loud?
Out loud?
Mm-hmm. If I'm sitting here nagging
If it
myself,
seems like you're doing that to yourself, like,
and then you turn around and do it, and
then
I go, yo,
obviously,
don't do that.
It's like watching somebody when it's somebody who doesn't respect themselves. Then you go, fuck it, they don't respect themselves. I'm not gonna respect them either.
No. See, but that makes you a bad person.
It makes me a bad person.
Yeah.
If I see you not giving a shit about yourself and I join in the
Yeah, because
party,
if you go to the party and fuck somebody who's passed out drunk, well, they were passed out drunk, they knew what they were doing.
No.
How is that any different?
that's a lot different.
How?
That's constraint. That's rape,
How?
and that's 20 years. Unless you're a swimmer at Stanford, unless you're a male swimmer at Stanford, and then you go back to Ohio and you go to another school and hope nobody
Change your
uncovers.
name and
Yeah.
get a face tattoo.
Yeah. Hey man,
Isn't your name Brock?
that shit was so bad, man. Them two Swedish dudes went home. They were like, "Fuck, these Americans are fucking crazy. I'm gonna get my meatballs and get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna get my meatballs, my ice skates, and get the fuck out of here."
What do you think, Malik?
I agree with BT, and I think the rape thing, I think that's an extreme difference.
No, I'm saying is if someone's doing something they shouldn't be doing, and then you join in on it, and then they go, "Why are you doing that?"
No, your first example,
I'm shitting on myself.
No, you're shitting yourself, and then you go, "Yeah, you're right," and you go, "Man, fuck you." Okay, then you're wrong. He's right. He's just agreeing with you. Now, the rape thing, I think that's a whole different thing.
What I'm saying is you can be in agreement with me, but the second you voice that agreement with me, does that make you an asshole? You guys say no. And I go, if I agree with you and I think you're shitting on yourself, I would never say that out loud. Because
I think something like, let's say you were like drinking alcohol and you were like becoming an alcoholic. And you were like, man, I'm drinking all day. I'm a fucking alcoholic. And we were like, you are an alcoholic. We're not being assholes. We're telling you the truth. Like, you might just be voicing this and not like, oh, this might not be the truth, but we're telling you.
And we're like, "Fuck you, Malik. Fuck you. You sandal wearing motherfucker."
That was good. That was good.
That's a great example.
That was a great example.
That passed out. Hey, I'm still gonna fuck this bitch. That was like, whoa, Dion.
I'll show you how much of an asshole I am.
I told you drink too much. I'm gonna show you a lesson. Whoa.
When you wake up, you're gonna be 450.
Anyway.
And with that, we gotta wrap this episode up.
Oh my God, that was a good one, man. We talked about some good stuff, bro.
To our friends and listeners, we appreciate you guys viewing the show. However you view the show, our subscriber numbers on YouTube aren't that big, but we have a lot of people who subscribe on Spotify and iTunes. So we appreciate however you take the show, whether it's via YouTube or you listen to it through any of the podcast apps. All of those views help. But we're trying to grow, so
always trying to grow.
Please, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please, just subscribe. Just subscribe. It helps us. Even if you don't watch the show on YouTube, the subscription still helps. The likes still help. The shares still help. And we appreciate it.
Now I get a 2-bedroom apartment, and that could be the studio.
Yeah.
And then I can get a couch.
Big goals. Pick up our T-shirts. We got new ones in the shop. Go to buymeacoffee.com/sorry we're canceled. You can pick up all that. Also become a Canticle member for as little as $6. Buymeacoffee.com/sorry we're canceled. We got anything else we need to say?
Man, no, I'm good. We're good. So look forward to next week. And
stay safe. Keep laughing. We appreciate you guys. I'm Dion Curry.
I'm BT. That's Malik on the ones and twos. You know how we say about this time. You know the word. Peace.
Change my bedpan.
I can't lift her. Where's your asshole?